Ever wondered what the secret sauce is to being the happiest country on Earth? Year after year, forget the cliches. We're diving deep into Finland, a land where you could drive for 3 hours and see absolutely no one. Seriously, from surviving brutal winters to basking in weeks of endless sunlight, Finland is a world of mind-blowing contrasts. Get ready to have your perceptions flipped as we uncover 15 absolutely insane facts about this Nordic nation. Stick with me until the very end, and I promise you'll not only understand why Finland wears the happiest crown, but you'll also walk away with a surprising lesson about finding joy in the simplest things. Ready to have your mind blown? Let's go! Number 15, a place where you can drive for 3 hours without seeing anyone. Picture this, you're in Finland, a Nordic gem snuggled up in chilly Northern Europe, sharing borders with Sweden, Norway, and Russia. It's the kind of place that feels like stepping through a portal into another dimension. Seriously stunning and almost dreamlike, sprawling across roughly 130,000 square miles. It's bigger than New Mexico, yet with only about 5.6 million people calling it home. Finland boasts the lowest population density in Europe. Imagine driving for hours in some remote spots and seeing absolutely no one. Just endless stretches of forest, shimmering lakes, and a vast, quiet sky. The majority of folks here are Finns, but up in the north, you'll also encounter the indigenous Sami people. These are nomadic communities who still practice reindeer herding in the freezing winters, keeping traditions alive that stretch back thousands of years. Their official language? Finnish. It's a real linguistic oddball, unlike most other European languages, except for a few quirks it shares with Hungarian and Estonian. Get this, a single noun can have up to 15 different forms. But don't sweat it. Around 70 of Finns are fluent in English, compared to just about 20 in the United States. Pretty impressive, right? Now, let's talk about the weather roller coaster. Winters here can be seriously long and bone-chillingly cold, sometimes plummeting to minus 22 deg, 30 day. But then summer rolls around and completely flips the script. The sun just doesn't set for weeks, bathing the whole country in this incredible light and energy. It's the land of the midnight sun and the breathtaking northern lights, nature's own dazzling light show in the sky, so beautiful it'll leave you speechless. Stick around because we're just getting started with the mind-blowing facts about Finland. Number 14, the happiest country in the world. Think happiness is all about wild parties and fancy cars. Think again. In Finland, the secret sauce to being the happiest country on earth is surprisingly simple. Quiet moments, a laid-back lifestyle, and a steaming cup of coffee enjoyed by a tranquil for 6 straight years, from 2018 all the way to 2023. This Nordic nation has proudly held the top spot in the United Nations World Happiness Report. It really makes you scratch your head, doesn't it? How can a place with long, dark winters, minimal sunlight, and just around 5.5 million people consistently beat out the rest of the world in the happiness stakes? The answer is this incredible mix of factors: a pristine environment, a robust social safety net, and a deeply ingrained appreciation for a minimalist way of life. Finns benefit from free education, top-notch healthcare, and a support system that allows them to live without the constant worry of crippling bills or medical expenses. Something that might make folks in the US do a serious double take when they see their own tuition fees or hospital charges. They live in a society that truly values fairness, transparency, and a strong sense of trust in their government. In fact, a whopping 84 of Finns trust their government. Plus, Finland boasts one of the smallest wealth gaps in Europe, is consistently ranked among the safest countries globally, and holds the enviable title of having some of the lowest levels of corruption worldwide. But Finnish happiness goes even deeper, rooted in their unique life philosophy. Keep it simple, ditch the need to show off, and definitely don't rush. They even have a word for this, sisu. It's like a quiet inner strength and resilience that helps them keep going without a peep of complaint. They find joy in the little things. The warmth of a sauna, a peaceful walk through the forest, the quiet comfort of reading alone, or simply enjoying some personal space. In Finland, happiness isn't about proving anything to anyone. It's about embracing who you are and feeling content with enough. So spill the beans. Could you see yourself living or settling down in the happiest country in the world? Drop a 2 in the comments if it sounds like your kind of place, or a 3 if not. Number 13, Finland, land of beautiful women. Get ready to meet some truly remarkable women. Finnish women possess a charm that's instantly recognizable. You'd spot them in a crowd and know they're from Finland. Think tall, with a complexion as fair as fresh snow, piercing icy blue eyes, and a cool, almost enigmatic beauty that draws you in while commanding respect. But honestly, their looks are just the beginning. What truly sets them apart is their incredible strength and fiercely independent spirit. In Finland, it's not unusual to see a woman confidently navigating snowy backroads, tackling home repairs like a pro, or even leading a construction crew. And they're not doing it to prove a point. It's simply because self-reliance is ingrained in their culture. They're highly educated and consistently rank among the global leaders when it comes to gender equality. Believe it or not, there was a time when a staggering 12 out of Finland's government ministers were women, a level of representation many countries are still striving for. Even in their relationships, Finnish women value that same independence and equality. So don't expect her to let you foot the entire bill on a date. She'll most likely want to split it right down the middle. It's not about being unromantic. It's just that, to her, that sense of independence is a seriously attractive quality. Finnish women are sharp, direct communicators who aren't interested in superficial gestures or over-the-top, cheesy romance straight out of a movie. But when they do love, they love deeply and wholeheartedly. Fiercely loyal, with a depth of emotion, and they'll stand by your side through thick and thin. Interestingly, in Finland, you'll often notice men giving women the floor first in conversations, and it's not just out of politeness. It's because they know Finnish women are direct, intelligent, and have a sharp wit. And trust me on this one, if you ever find yourself in a debate with a Finnish woman, she's probably going to have the final say. Now, if you're intrigued about meeting and dating a Finnish woman through dating apps or social platforms and would love some insider tips on how to win her heart, drop a comment with the number 8 below. Number 12, the country with the cleanest air in the world. Okay, picture the say you ever just walk up to a public faucet on the street and take a big gulp of water. In Finland, not only is that totally normal, it's actually encouraged. Believe it or not, according to the World Health Organization, Helsinki University, Finland boasts the cleanest water in the entire world and air that's practically pure. You can drink straight from the tap no matter where you are, whether you're chilling in a park, at school, in a remote cabin deep in the forest, or even in a public restroom. The underground water flows are naturally filtered through these ancient forests and granite rock that's been around for centuries. Locals even have a little joke. If you spot a stream in Finland, don't bother snapping a photo. Take a sip first. And the air. Get this, the town of Muonio in northern Finland has the lowest level of fine particle pollution, PM2.5, on the planet, around just 3 micrograms per cubic meter. That means every single breath you take is like a shot of natural vitamins for your lungs. And here's something that might really surprise you. In the rural areas, people still brew their coffee using fresh spring water. They keep their windows open all year round, and some even sleep outdoors in the summer. Not to be all eco-conscious or anything, but simply because they don't have to worry about nature causing them any harm. It's no wonder that Finland has become a global symbol of purity. From premium drinking water and organic foods to 5-star spas and wellness tourism, it's like stepping into a breath of fresh air. Literally. Number 11, sauna. Bathing is a deeply rooted Finnish tradition. Heads up, if you ever find yourself in Finland and don't experience a sauna, it's like going to Italy and skipping the pizza. You've missed out on a fundamental piece of the country's very essence. In Finland, sauna bathing isn't just a way to get clean. It's a cultural tradition that stretches back thousands of years. Get this, there are over 3.3 million saunas for a population of just 5.5 million people. That's practically one sauna for every household. Whether you're in a quaint rural village or a bustling modern city, you'll even stumble upon saunas in government buildings, churches, and especially nestled right next to those stunning frozen lakes. Now for Americans, this might sound a little unexpected, but for Finns, the sauna is a sanctuary, a place to truly unwind, cleanse both body and mind, and connect with others without the pressure of constant chatter. They'll head to the sauna solo for some peaceful reflection, with a group of close friends for quiet companionship, or with family for a shared sense of well-being. And here's a cultural tidbit. If it's a single-gender group, swimsuits are often left behind. But get this wild ritual. After sitting in a sauna where the temperatures can soar above 176 def 80 dec, many Finns will take a daring plunge into an icy lake or even roll around in the snow. It's not some crazy daredevil stunt. It's a way to bring the body back into balance, supercharge blood circulation, and feel incredibly invigorated. And guess what? Modern science is backing up this ancient tradition. Today, studies are showing that regular sauna use can actually help reduce stress levels, boost your circulation, potentially increase your life expectancy, and even lower the risk of heart disease. So, when in Finland, do as the Finns do. Embrace the heat and the icy chill. Number 10, the most polite traffic culture in the world. Heads up, if you ever find yourself in Finland and don't experience a sauna, it's like going to Italy and skipping the pizza. You've missed out on a fundamental piece of the country's very essence. In Finland, sauna bathing isn't just a way to get clean. It's a cultural tradition that stretches back thousands of years. Get this. There are over 3.3 million saunas for a population of just 5.5 million people. That's practically one sauna for every household. Whether you're in a quaint rural village or a bustling modern city, you'll even stumble upon saunas in government buildings, churches, and especially nestled right next to those stunning frozen lakes. Now, for Americans, this might sound a little unexpected, but for Finns, the sauna is a sanctuary, a place to truly unwind, cleanse both body and mind, and connect with others without the pressure of constant chatter. They'll head to the sauna solo for some peaceful reflection, with a group of close friends for quiet companionship, or with family for a shared sense of well-being. And here's a cultural tidbit. If it's a single-gender group, swimsuits are often left behind. But get this wild ritual. After sitting in a sauna where the temperatures can soar above 176 def 80 dec, many Finns will take a daring plunge into an icy lake or even roll around in the snow. It's not some crazy daredevil stunt. It's a way to bring the body back into balance, supercharge blood circulation, and feel incredibly invigorated. And guess what? Modern science is backing up this ancient tradition. Today, studies are showing that regular sauna use can actually help reduce stress levels, boost your circulation, potentially increase your life expectancy, and even lower the risk of heart disease. So when in Finland, do as the Finns do. Number 9, Finns drink the most coffee in the world. When coffee comes to mind, places like Italy, Brazil, or even the good old US of A might pop into your head. But hold on to your mugs, because here's a surprising twist. The world's biggest coffee aficionados are actually the Finns. On average, they down more than 4 cups a day per person, racking up over 26 pounds, that's about 12 kilograms, of coffee per person each year. And get this, you might also be surprised to hear that around 8 of the coffee they drink in Finland is lightly roasted. Forget those bold espressos or fancy ladies you might expect. Instead, Finns typically go for a light, smooth filter coffee, often pale in color but steeped in tradition. And here's a workplace perk you probably won't find many other places. Finland is the only country where employers are legally required to give their employees 2 coffee breaks a day, each lasting a solid 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if you're the big boss or just starting out. Those coffee breaks are sacred and absolutely no one interrupts them. Talk about a country that understands priorities. As you wander through the charming, cozy streets of Helsinki, you'll stumble upon these adorable Scandinavian-style capes where people are more likely to be engrossed in a book than glued to their phones. One particularly cool spot is the Udi Library, and it's not just a place for quiet reading. It's a real community hub, complete with a recording studio, a 3D printing room, and even a dedicated meditation space. At this cultural tidbit, at Finnish weddings, guests are often invited for coffee not just once, but up to 7 times. Serving coffee at a wedding is seen as a serious sign of hospitality and deep respect. So, if you ever get invited to a Finnish wedding, prepare for some serious caffeine intake. Number 8, life in Helsinki. Helsinki isn't about the hustle and bustle or flashy neon lights. It exudes this incredibly calm, clean, and distinctly Finnish charm, nestled right by the Baltic Sea and surrounded by hundreds of picturesque islands. Imagine starting your day sipping coffee while watching the soft mist drift across the water. Pure tranquility. The streets here are impeccably clean and surprisingly you'll notice people prefer strolling over driving and the public buses. They arrive with the precision of Swiss clocks. Here's a quirky cultural tidbit. You'll rarely hear a car horn because making unnecessary noise is generally seen as impolite. Finland's capital is a real architectural gem where historic churches stand proudly alongside cutting-edge libraries, and these sturdy granite buildings blend seamlessly with sun-drenched parks, creating a scene that feels like stepping into a living painting. One spot you absolutely can't miss is Tempelekio Church, often called the Rock Church. And the name is literal. It wasn't built on land. It was carved directly into solid granite, with natural light flooding in from the stunning glass dome above. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but once you're inside, you'll likely want to fall silent just to listen to your own echo. Right in the heart of the city lies Senate Square, home to the breathtakingly white Helsinki Cathedral with its iconic, fairy tale-like mint green domes. It's like something straight out of Narnia. Every step leading up to it offers a perfect vantage point to watch the sunset paint the sky and the seagulls gracefully soaring above the city. If you're into modern culture, make sure to check out the Amos Rex Art Museum. Built underground, its rooftop playfully rises into these strange dome-shaped mounds where kids love to run around and adults find quiet spots to sit and read. Finally, take a short 15-minute ferry ride over to Suomenlinna Fortress, perched on an offshore island. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but what's truly captivating is that people still live there today. It's like the past and present are seamlessly intertwined. Whether you're just visiting or considering a move to Helsinki, it might not overwhelm you with its vibrancy, but it will quietly and quite beautifully capture your heart. Number 7, Finland has a wife-carrying championship. You are not going to believe this. In Finland, there's an actual sport where men race through mud while carrying their wives, all for the glorious prize of a barrel of beer. This isn't some small-town picnic game. It's the Wife-Carrying World Championship, held annually in the little town of Sankajärvi, and the rules are just as wild as the name suggests. You can carry your own wife, or even someone else's, as long as the woman is over 17 years old and tips the scales at least 108 pounds. That's 49 kilograms. If your partner is a little lighter, no worries, she just has to carry some extra weight to qualify for the race. But here's where it gets truly amazing. The ultimate champion walks away with the woman's weight in beer. Yep, you heard that right. You navigate a tough obstacle course with your wife in tow. Cross that finish line first, and your reward is a beer prize equivalent to her weight. So, the heavier the wife, the more beer you're taking home. This event has become so incredibly popular that couples from all over the globe, the US, the UK, Germany, even Japan, now train year-round, developing real strategies to conquer the most popular and, let's be honest, hilarious-looking carrying technique. It's called the Estonian style, where the wife hangs upside down, her legs wrapped securely around her husband's neck, essentially turning her into a very determined human backpack. It might look a bit comical, but apparently it's surprisingly effective. This championship is a full-blown event, complete with official referees, precise timekeepers, designated race uniforms, and a crowd of enthusiastic spectators cheering like it's the FIFA World Cup. You've got to see it to believe it. Number 6, Finland's most unique festivals. Picture this January in Finland, and the sun only peeks out for a few short hours each day. Instead of letting the darkness get them down, the Finnish people turn their cities into breathtaking displays of visual art. Lux Helsinki isn't just some ordinary light show. It's a deeply emotional experience, a vibrant celebration of life right in the heart of the cold, dark winter. One year, there was even an incredible artwork that projected your own breath onto a church wall. Every exhale into the freezing air would bloom into these stunning bursts of light, like tiny, fleeting fireworks. Some seriously creative artists have even turned people's shadows into dancing figures. Imagine just walking into a spotlight and suddenly your silhouette starts grooving to music all on its own without you even moving a muscle. Talk about a magical experience. Fast forward to June, and you'll find a completely different vibe. Johannes, their midsummer celebration, is when the cities practically empty out. Shops close their doors and everyone escapes to the countryside. They light massive bonfires that blaze through the night, take refreshing swims in the lakes, relax in the warmth of saunas, and completely immerse themselves in nature's embrace. There's this charming local belief that if you dare to jump over a bonfire at the stroke of midnight, you'll ward off bad luck for the entire year. Or if you gently float a flower wreath on the lake and it happens to drift back towards you, it's a sure sign that love is on its way. And here's a really sweet old tradition. You're supposed to silently pick 7 different kinds of wildflowers, carefully place them under your pillow, and that very night, you'll dream of your future spouse. Sounds like something straight out of a fairy tale, right? Well, in Finland, many couples swear that they really did dream of each other. It's like the magic of the season is woven right into the fabric of their lives. Number 5, Lapland has the most beautiful northern lights in Finland. Ever witnessed the sky putting on a dazzling, otherworldly performance? Head to Lapland between September and March, and you might just catch it. The northern lights make an appearance more than 200 nights a year, giving you better than a 50-50 shot of seeing them if you hang around for a few nights. The absolute prime time. Midwinter, when the air is so crisp and clear, the sky is a flawless canvas of stars, and everything below is draped in pure, white snow. Whether you're standing silently in a snow-dusted pine forest or gliding along on a husky sled, the sky above you suddenly bursts into life with these swirling magical colors. And here's the truly incredible part. In Finland, you don't need to be some hardcore adventurer hiking up a mountain or trekking deep into the wilderness to witness this spectacle. Some resorts in Roma, which happens to be Santa Claus's official hometown, even have these amazing glass igloo rooms. Imagine lying snug in your warm bed, gazing up through the glass ceiling as the northern lights put on their breathtaking dance right above you. They even have an aurora alert service that sends you a text message when the lights decide to make an appearance. Just picture it. You're sound asleep, your phone buzzes with excitement, you rush outside, and the sky is putting on the light show of a lifetime just for you. But there's a deeper story here, tied to the Sami people, the indigenous inhabitants of Lapland. For them, the northern lights aren't just some cool natural phenomenon. They believe it's a living spirit. According to ancient tradition, if you dare to whistle, point, or laugh at the lights, they might just get angry. Some legends even whisper that these ethereal lights can steal your soul if you show them disrespect. That's why many Sami still watch the aurora in complete silence and awe, as if they're standing in the presence of a sacred, powerful force. Intrigued about the absolute best spots in Finland to witness these truly surreal northern lights? Drop a comment with the number 7, and I'll let you in on the secrets. Number 4, the Humpa, Finland's wild folk dance. You might have this image of Finns as being all quiet, reserved, and not exactly bursting with outward emotion, until you witness them doing the Humpa. This traditional Finnish folk dance has been around since the 1950s, and it still gets crowds roaring with laughter, cheering wildly, and jumping all over the dance floor. The Humpa is this incredibly fun and energetic mashup of old-school polka, Dixieland jazz, and a healthy dose of pure Finnish craziness. The rhythm is super fast and bouncy, driven by instruments like the accordion, tuba. The best part? Absolutely anyone can join in, couples, groups of friends, even complete strangers who just met on the dance floor. No fancy dance lessons required, and don't go thinking this is just for the older folks. The annual Humpa festival in Finland draws thousands of young people decked out in all sorts of wild costumes, from dinosaurs to ninjas, all dancing the Humpa like it's the Arctic version of Coach. Some festivals even host a Humpa marathon where you literally have to keep dancing for hours in the snow. Seriously, only in Finland can you see a bearded dude in a hand-knit sweater busting out a folk dance routine with the energy of a headliner at a metal festival. And here's the real beauty of it. Everyone just joins in. Nobody's judging your questionable dance moves. In Finland, if you're out there dancing, you're already winning. So be honest. Gentlemen, how do you feel about jumping right into the middle of a Humpa and giving this quirky dance a try at a Finnish festival? Would you be brave enough to grab a random Finnish woman on the dance floor and just go for it? Drop a comment and let me know what you think. Number 3, the Sami, Finland's most unique indigenous people. Way up in the far north, where a blanket of snow seems to last all year and endless pine forests stretch as far as the eye can see. There's a community unlike any other. The Sami, the indigenous people of northern Finland. In Sami culture, kids don't take their father's last name. They follow the mother's line. This system, called matrilineal descent, means that everything from who inherits what and how rituals are performed, right down to social roles, revolves around the... There's one truly special tradition that really highlights this. Mothers pass down a traditional dress called a gaktai to their daughters. But this isn't just any piece of clothing. It's like a cultural ID card. Just by looking at the colors, the patterns woven into the fabric, and the design of the neckline, other Sami people can instantly tell where you're from, which family line you belong to, whether you're married, and even if you're recognized by the community. It's like wearing your history and identity for the world to see. But it doesn't stop there. Sami women also hold significant spiritual roles within their communities. They're the ones who beat the ceremonial drums, sing these ancient, evocative songs called joke, and actively participate in rituals that connect them with their ancestors. They're not just seen as the givers of life, but also as the keepers of the community's soul and its unique identity. So, in the world's happiest and most livable country, the Sami community truly stands out as a powerful symbol of cultural diversity, where women are deeply honored and female leadership is a tradition that runs deep. It's a fascinating glimpse into a world where the matriarchal line holds incredible significance. Number 2, the Roma, Europe's most mysterious and private community. Across Europe, for centuries, the Finnish Roma, also known as Kael, have journeyed and eventually settled in Finland as early as the 16th century. Today, you'll find around 10,000 Roma people living in Finland, primarily in bustling cities like Helsinki and Tampere. While their language might not immediately set them apart, the distinct and striking clothing of Roma women certainly will. They wear these incredible, massive, tiered black velvet skirts that can weigh a surprising 18 to 22 pounds, that's 8 to 10 kilograms. Often paired with blouses featuring puffy sleeves and distinctive headscarves. These skirts are so incredibly wide that women sometimes have to turn sideways just to navigate through narrow doorways. In Roma culture, the wider and heavier the skirt, the higher the woman's social standing within the community, and the Roma men, they are always seen wearing black hats in public and only remove them as a sign of deep respect when in the presence of their father or grandfather. The hat is a powerful symbol of honor, deeply intertwined with strict codes of conduct and cherished moral values within their community. This fascinating community adheres to very strict internal traditions, which are primarily passed down through the spoken word from generation to generation. In their large gatherings, it's customary for men and women not to sit together unless they are blood relatives. Young people and children are expected to show profound respect for their elders. The tribe's elder or chief holds the highest authority and plays a crucial role in resolving all major issues and disputes within the group. If you happen to be visiting Helsinki and your curiosity is piqued to discover more about this intriguing, yet often private, community, leave a comment with the number 5, and I'll share some respectful ways you might be able to explore and experience Roma culture up close. Number 1, cost of living in Finland. Dreaming of a serene life amidst the clean, modern, and nature-rich landscapes of Northern Europe. You might be surprised to hear that Finland could be more budget-friendly than you think. Let's break down the costs. For rent in the heart of Helsinki, a cozy one-bedroom apartment will likely set you back around $650 to $870 per month. Willing to venture a little outside the city center, you could see those prices drop to a more manageable $435 to $650. On a tighter budget or just arriving in Finland, consider sharing a place. That could cost you as little as $175 to $415 a month. So don't shy away from the roommate life. Basic utilities, think electricity, water, and that essential winter heating, will typically run you about $110 to $165 per month. And for fast, reliable internet, you're looking at around $22 to $33 per month. When it comes to food, if you're happy to skip the fancy restaurants and cook at home, you can expect to spend in the ballpark of $220 to $325 per month. A casual meal out will cost you around $11 to $12, so those daily restaurant trips can add up pretty quickly. Public transportation is a dream, clean, efficient, and always right on schedule, with monthly passes costing just $38 to $55. Thinking about hitting the open road for a 5-day adventure to chase the mesmerizing northern lights? Budget around $250 for a rental car. For those extra comforts like health insurance, your weekend coffee fixes, movie nights, or other entertainment, a solid average to budget for without overspending is around $110 a month. So, when you tally it all up, living in Finland could cost you anywhere between $760 and $1,300 per month, depending on your individual lifestyle. Considering you're getting a safe, clean, modern country with some truly jaw-dropping natural beauty. That sounds like a deal worth every single penny. So, the big question, would you consider making Finland your home with this cost of living? If the answer is a resounding yes, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Well, that wraps up our exploration of 15 mind-blowing facts about the incredible country of Finland. Thanks so much for joining us on this travel documentary from Amazing Discoveries Us. We truly hope you've gained a fresh and exciting perspective on this fascinating Nordic nation. We'll catch you in the next video. Stay curious.